What's going on, Leo? I'm here to give you your beginning of the month reading that will span from the 1st until the 15th of June. It seems that a lot of you are about to start some great things off, and that's interesting because we're entering a new moon in Gemini. And this is going to be a very fascinating time for many Leos. Because the card that I actually pulled up for the collective consciousness was the Page, excuse me, the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords indicates that there are ideas that you wish to execute, projects that you've cooked up recently, things you're very passionate about. So you're just ready to jump in there with those newfound ideas that popped up in your brain, like. And I'm here to tell you that it's a good time. It's a green light. I sense that a lot of you will be networking this month, from the 1st to the 15th, and probably after. I also sense that with this networking, there will be a sharing of ideas. It's time to open up and talk about those ideas that you got, Leo. You know, your ideas are constructive. They're not really negative or bad. So it's time to open on up and talk about them. You will be surprised of how many people are ready to embrace your Page of Swords energy. You know, the passion is going to come from that. I've seen some very passionate things come from the Page of Swords. So, with that out the way, we're going to let the Oracle talk and see what the Oracle has to say. But the energy for this reading is all about execution of ideas. Especially that one that a few of you have just recently cooked up and put down on paper. You know, a lot of you are excited about sharing the progress with family, friends, co-workers, so forth and so on. I heard business for a few of you, so if you have some fellow business partners, and they're really going to love it. But, you know, again, as long as the ideas are constructive and pushes towards a constructive goal that will benefit everybody, then a lot of people are going to be open to hearing it. All right? So let's see what the cards have to say. Spirits, gods, goddesses, angels above. What do we have for collective consciousness of Leo from the 1st to the 15th of June? Spirits, gods, goddesses, angels above. What do we have for the collective consciousness for Leo for the 1st to the 15th of June? Hopefully everybody has been well. That was a bad shuffle. And everyone is flowing in their highest good. Spirits, gods, goddesses, angels above. Show me we have the collective sign of Leo from the 1st to the 15th of June. I do know a couple of Leos are really popping. I've been watching a few Leos that I socialize with, and they're really enjoying it. So on these final few days, I do suggest this, Leo. Remove what just doesn't serve you, because we're entering into that whole new moon, and we're about to get into something great for a lot of us. So, you know, this whatever is just blah to you, just go ahead and just take it out, get rid of it, purge it, so forth and so on. Top of the deck energy is the Meadow King, which is in conjunction with the Page of Swords. Now, mind you, you might have a lot of passion and so forth and so on. You might have a lot of ideas that you've cooked up, as we talked about earlier. But what you're going to have to understand is, even though you've cooked up ideas, you're like a beaming light bulb for positivity and creativity right now. And there will actually be some situations that come your way. Possibly people, could be co-workers, could just be that boss that you don't like. It could be a cousin, it could be an aunt. It's not too bad, but they're going to test your boundaries. The card is the Meadow King. To those few Leos that are ready to go into business for themselves, and all those voices that you're hearing from family and friends saying that, you know, you shouldn't do that, it's not going to benefit you, you'll lose money, yada 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 yada, then go ahead and show them wrong, but set up some armor and boundaries. You know, you can still love your family and friends even if they don't believe in you, but love them from afar. For this 1st to 15th and the entire month of June, you know, you got to really set up boundaries, Leo, against those people who want to, for lack of a better term, put a wet blanket on your happiness. For those that want to shut down the passionate ideas that you have come forth. For those who just want to shut down your Page of Swords energy, you can't allow that. So setting up boundaries and armor and having some discipline and sticking to it is a good thing. No, I'm not saying tell everyone to F off or anything of that nature, but you can set up boundaries and you can set up barriers and have self-discipline towards the situation and keeping what does not serve you away. You know, you can do it from a positive mindset. You don't have to be doom and gloom or just like, get the hell away from me, yeah. You know, just keep those boundaries up. You know, personal space. and bring those to light. Okay, don't let those people or situations stress out your bubble. Don't let them pop your bubble. You got a lot of great ideas you've cooked up. So now's time to plant those seeds and let them grow through the cycles of the waxing moon. I would say just again get rid of that last little bit that doesn't serve you. That's not gonna be with you through the new moon up. So if you have leftover remnants of some stuff from a couple months back, emotional pain, so forth and so on, old business ties, yada yada yada, that no longer serves you, remove those from your life, and just really just allow the armor and the discipline and the energy of the Meadow King to guide you through, because he is going to teach you about boundaries. You have to really set up some boundaries sometimes, especially when you have great ideas coming into fruition and so forth and so, especially when you've put time into creating a project or something of that nature. Ideas and projects are like children. You have to protect them. You have to watch over them. That might sound silly, but they kind of are. They're just ideas until you teach them and help them grow. It's nothing like raising an actual child, but you get the vibe with it. So people who are parents, I know it's nowhere near as complex as raising a child. I was just using that as an example. All right, next up, the Shadow Queen. All right, Leo, you're gonna have to go back and really pull from that wisdom of your subconscious, because this is all about acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. Okay, remember when I said that you're gonna have to set up some boundaries and some guards? There are some people that are gonna, I'm not gonna say they're willingly out to do it, but there will be some people who just don't believe in what you believe in or don't have the same passion that you have, so forth, so on, and they can plant those little seeds like, maybe you don't need to do this, Leo, look at how long it's going to take you, so forth and so on, yada, yada, yada. And those can actually plant seeds of doubt, and it's sad that actually does happen. You build something new and then someone doesn't mean bad, but they can't see the vision, so they feel that if they can't see the vision, then the vision is just null and void. Well, I'm here to tell you that digging into what you have experienced in the past that built you up to creating these new ideas is what's going to help you continue to set up the boundaries. So take some time out and meditate on some past experiences between 2017 and 2018, even as far back as 2016, about what energies led you to the Page of Swords, that led you to that passion, that led you to that well of ideas that you just now can't wait to share with everybody. Pull that and allow the wisdom and the experiences of that past within you to continue to guide you through this process of staying clear of those that might willingly knowingly or unknowingly implant the seeds of insecurity in you. Because those seeds of insecurity can bring a little bit of manipulation your way. So just go back and acquire the knowledge. You don't have to acquire it all. You already have the knowledge. What I mean by acquiring it is going back and saying, okay, this is what happened, and this applies to this. Bring that piece back with you and apply it. Consider it armor of the Meadow King, and that's going to help you actually stay clear of those that would knowingly or unknowingly implant those seeds in your brain. Sometimes people do it without knowing. Let's just be real. Sometimes people can't see that beautiful city that you want to build. All they can see is the little town that they came from, and that's just the person's mindset. So when that does come, because you always got those, maybe you shouldn't do that when you start something new or when you take a leap of faith on something that not a lot of people have the courage to do. Okay, so go back and yank that knowledge out and apply that to your armor, and that's actually going to help you sway clear of those manipulative and insecure energies that might be planted knowingly or unknowingly, Leo. Next up, which is going to do you some good, because when you do that, you're going to start taking the small steps. Excuse me. The Camel Boy, which connects to the Shadow Queen. Sorry about that, guys and gals. This is all about, after you've gone through that and you've taken the armor of the Meadow King and the knowledge that you've acquired from the Shadow Queen, you're taking those small steps to bring those ideas, those passions into manifestation. A lot of you all are really going to start to feel and see and hear the energy. Yes, hear the energy, because energy can be heard as well. Ooh, when we talk. Talking in the form of ideas coming to fruition and so forth and so on. More agreements going on with those you decide to share with. But you're going to start to take the small steps, and you're going to start to see the benefit in asking your fellow, friends, family members, your network for help. You're going to see that they can actually help benefit these ideas, these passionate, creative projects that you want to do. You're going to see that they can actually, with their wisdom and guidance, help bring it to pass faster, which is going to benefit you and them. So I'm sensing for quite a few, this isn't so much just a me project. Yes, it's going to benefit you, but this is something that is going to benefit your entire team. So for those that are networking with people on a magical, spiritual, or just a simple, lawn and garden service, share these ideas, because that's your team, and they're going to actually give you nice bits of information that's going to actually help you progress these ideas, so forth and so on, in the direction that you want. Remember, 2019, teamwork is an in thing. All right. Next up, we have the Desert Prince. Now, for a few of you, I sense that you're going to run into some. For a few of you, I sense that you're going to run into some slight issues, such as false promises, and you're going to enter into a survival state. Fret not, because you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the supplies to make it through this survival state. You have become the Desert Prince. But what you must understand is not to stay in the barren wasteland for too long, because your supplies will run out. So for the Leos that get sold a couple false promises from those that they thought were really on their team, take a bit of time to be butthurt, but come on out and just keep going, because people are human. People are freaking human. It's gonna happen. Promises are gonna get broken in life, but that's still your team. So when it happens, go off and lick your wounds, come on back, sit down and talk to your team member, so we can actually get to Gaia's Garden. Isn't that interesting? After you talk to the team member that gave you a false promise, you got some Gaia's Garden energy going on, which is all about fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. So for those that go through that hiccup with their co-worker or so forth and so on, their fellow coven mate, whatever that might connect with in that dynamic, just know that when you finish talking about what left you slightly butthurt, the false promises, and you come out of that survival aspect and you come back to the sit down and communicate with that person or people, you're going to run directly into Gaia's Garden, which is the automatic fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. You're going to sow, you're sowing that seed of, hey, that kind of left me butthurt a bit and stuff, and they're going to be like, wow, I didn't know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but I did, and it happens, and I apologize, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I accept that apology, and then, like, the cosmic rays of happiness are going to come down. Fruition and abundance, meaning connecting back with that person, so forth and so on, and really just taking both of what you and that person can do and putting them together, and you two can actually just bask in Gaia's Garden, okay? Next up, the Well Watcher, which is about wisdom and power of the divine. From this experience and this journey, dear Leo, from the 1st to the 15th, and I sense after, but I will be checking up on you on the 15th as well, you will gain a very deep connection, all Leos that this resonates with the Well Watcher, which is an archetypal energy of wisdom and the power of the divine. They're just like the person that protects the knowledge. They're like the gate. They're like, I don't want to say the gatekeeper, because it's not a gate, it's a well, but if you really think about it, water is like a gateway. It is what it is. It's a gateway. It's a lubricant. It's a gateway, so forth and so on. So many practitioners keep it, on their altars. It's a gateway. I mean, we came through the womb, and there is water in the womb. So in a way, yeah, you're gonna, though for those that this resonates with, you're gonna really gain a deeper understanding of the gateway between you and the divine, between the macro and the micro, between the as above and the so below, between how your mundane passions and ideas from the page was actually influenced by the divine power that you roll with. This can even be your own divine power. because we do have divine power inside of us. So for those that don't really get down with the, let me go off and work with 37 beings, when you see this manifest, pat yourself on the back, because the divine power isn't just, a name or a force. It can be everything from a deity to the universe. I mean, if you look outside, the divine power every day is the sun. Like, wow, the earth, divine power, So all those that this does resonate with, you're going to get a deeper connection to the well watcher, which is a deeper connection between the divine, so forth and so on. And also, for those that are deeply into numerology, or those that are friends of numbers, the number 7 popped up. I normally don't mention numbers in a reading, but I felt that too. So for those that resonate with this reading, look into 7 and also look into the owl totem. All right. And then finally, I have one more card for you. The Horse King, which is assistance and control. You are the Horse King. You have gained the assistance that you require from your team, your unit, your ancestors, your gods, your goddesses, higher self, shadow self, whatever you connect with. And you have learned how to control many things that have come your way since the page. All right? Hopefully this resonated with you, Leos, in some way, shape, manner, or form. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the 15th. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. All right? And do something awesome today. It's spring. All right, y'all. Y'all take care and peace.